Good evening, everyone. Get out of that cold and come into the frenzy. It was the start of the postseason in both Ohio and Kentucky tonight. Enough chit-chat. Let's get to the highlights. Steve Speck and his St. X Bombers taking on the Mason Comets tonight. Comets have come on strong since the beginning of the season. They've shown the ability to score a bit. Nice opening drive as they grab some momentum. A chunky play here. Nolan McCormick takes the screen pass all the way down to the Bombers' 15-yard line. So the Comets get right to the doorstep, but when they get to the 3-yard line, Colin Brown throws the fade. Gabriel Dubois of the Bombers picks it off in the end zone. So it was St. X that scored the first points of the night. Matthew Reevy to Marshall Lang on a 5-yard scoring play. 7-zip for the Bombers. Mason didn't get stopped short on its second drive of the first half. McCormick running it this time from 5 yards out. That tied the score. Then the Comets struck across the sky and took the lead in this game. Brown to Alex Dardis. The Comets had 20 points in the second quarter, and they led 2013 at the half. Didn't last because in the second half, the number 1 seeded Bombers made a 41-0 run. Luke Vransky ties the game up in the third quarter, which makes several Bomber fans take off their shirts, and then their team responded. This time the defense. Mason trying to draw close. Colin Brown's pass is picked off, and not just that. Eli Kirk takes it back 100 yards. St. X finds its way to the second round with a 48-20 victory. On to Fairfield, where the Indians haven't won a playoff game since 2000. Beating the drum, hoping the Indians can beat Big Blue as well. Hamilton with a 4-point lead at the half. That's when Fairfield took this game over. This pass goes through the hands of a Hamilton receiver into the hands of Jaden Mays. Jaden's taken this one all the way back 52 yards. The Indians surge into the lead. Hamilton trying to regain the momentum with its offense. This is in the fourth quarter. Keyshawn Stevens tries, but Brandon Weinberg sniffed it out and recorded the big sack. Jake Ryle was on the sidelines. He says the storyline, Hamilton had 0 points in that second half. Fairfield's defense shifted into higher gear. This interception in the final quarter locks it up. Fairfield is a winner, 37-13.
One of the first things we talked about as a unit was winning a playoff game. You know, we've been here 5 times now and haven't gotten a win in the postseason, and this group really wanted to change that.
And they did tonight. Mike Dyer surprised me with this stat this week. Lakota West had never won over Elder on the football field. They got another chance tonight, and Reggie Wilson was at the pit.
Tom Bowden is all smiles back in the playoffs in his first year with Lakota West, taking on those charging Elder Panthers in round 1. Elder brought the heat on a chilly night from the opening kickoff. It's an onside and the home team recovers.
We haven't been very good on our kickoff team, so this week you saw the stuff we were doing tonight. We thought, you know, teams were bringing out to the 40, we might as well take some chances.
Leads to this. Matthew Luby calls his own number. 7 leads to 6. Panthers on the board, and the student section is just a little fired up. Next possession, if it worked once, why not try again? Luby plows into the end zone for his 13th rushing touchdown of the season.
Matthew's a great player. You look at his stats during the season, 2,000 yards passing, 1,000 yards rushing, responsible for 30 touchdowns. You know, he's an exceptional high school player, and you know, he's a big part of our offense, and he played really well tonight.
Elder leads 14-0. Cutoff shirt guy is living his best life. Let's go to the second quarter. Ground game strong. Cooper Johnson waltzes in, and it's a vibe. Panthers up 21-0. Firebirds finally get on the board with the field goal, but as time expires in the half, Luby hooks up with Ethan Vollmer. 53 yards later, it's a house call.
We've been developing a great connection all year, and on that play, it was just a great throw from Matthew, and the defender missed, and after that, it was open field.
Elder dominates with the 42-17 win.
Well, I think it'll really get us rolling and have some confidence going into next week, and we can just carry it on throughout the whole tournament. It's just super fun to be out here and getting to play another week of football.
The Panthers win sets up a rematch with St. X in the regional semifinals next week. Elder, of course, beat the Bombers by 3 in week 6. At the pit, Reggie Wilson, 9 on your side.
Nice job, Reg. Philip Lee drew the assignment in Coleraine, playing Princeton for the second time this season. Cardinals leading 16-7 at the half, and they came out even hungrier in the third quarter. Jalen Thomas picks up 25 yards on this little scamper, and it firmly puts the Cards back in the red zone. A few plays later, this is the run that got Thomas into the end zone. The lead grew to 23-7, with the Vikings giving up some easy yards. Philip Lee, also known as Johnny on the spot, expected the fake punt by Colerain. He smelled it coming. Sure enough, Deshaun Pace picks up the first down. That set up the game clincher, a Freddie Johnson touchdown. Princeton, with a good season, not a great season, Colerain knocks him out 30-7 tonight. We move to Ohio Division I to some big games in Division II when we get back. Also, we head to Kentucky. Cooper was trying to demote the Colonels in Covington. The Frenzy, the playoff edition, returns right after this.